What if the daily habits you've followed for decades are secretly damaging your health? Imagine discovering that routines you thought were keeping you healthy, like daily showers, vigorous morning exercise, or even how you take your medications, might actually be putting you at risk. This isn't science fiction. For Martha, a vibrant 75-year-old who prided herself on her strict health regimen, this revelation came only after a frightening fall that landed her in the hospital. Her doctor delivered news that shocked her. Some of her most deeply ingrained daily habits were actually contributing to her health problems. Today, we're uncovering 8 surprising daily habits that could be silently undermining seniors' health and well-being. These aren't rare or unusual practices. They're common routines that millions of older adults follow faithfully, believing they're doing what's best for their bodies. But new research suggests these habits might be doing more harm than good, and making simple adjustments could dramatically improve how you feel each day. By watching until the end, you'll discover not just which common habits might be problematic, but also learn exactly how to modify your routine for better health, more energy, and reduced risk of injury. We'll explore science-backed alternatives that could help you feel better immediately while potentially adding years of healthy living to your life. Have you ever questioned whether the health practices you've followed for years are actually optimal? Or wondered why, despite doing everything right, you still experience unexplained fatigue, discomfort, or health issues? The answers might surprise you. Let's dive into these 8 daily habits that many seniors should reconsider. Our first surprising habit involves something most of us have done every morning for our entire lives: taking a daily shower. Now, before you click away thinking I'm suggesting poor hygiene, hear me out. This might be the most counterintuitive health advice you'll hear today, but it's backed by substantial research from dermatologists and geriatric specialists. For decades, we've been conditioned to believe that daily showers are essential for cleanliness and health. Television commercials, magazine advertisements, and even healthcare professionals have reinforced this idea. But what if this widely accepted practice isn't actually optimal for seniors? As we age, our skin undergoes significant changes. It becomes thinner, less elastic, and produces fewer natural oils. These natural oils, often called sebum, play a crucial role in maintaining our skin's protective barrier. They help trap moisture, prevent harmful bacteria from entering our bodies, and keep our skin supple and resilient. Dr. Elizabeth Harris, a leading dermatologist specializing in geriatric skin care, explains, daily showering, especially with hot water and soap, can strip away these essential oils, leaving senior skin dry, itchy, and vulnerable to damage and infection. This isn't just about comfort. Compromised skin can lead to serious health issues, including painful cracks, inflammation, and in severe cases, infections that can become systemic. But that's not the only concern with daily showers for seniors. There's also the matter of safety. The bathroom is statistically one of the most dangerous rooms in the house for older adults. Wet, slippery surfaces combined with the physical exertion of showering create a perfect storm for falls and injuries. According to the CDC, 1 in 4 Americans aged 65 plus falls each year, and the bathroom is a common location for these incidents. So what's the alternative? Experts now recommend that most seniors shower just 2 to 3 times per week, unless you've been sweating heavily or have gotten particularly dirty. This reduced frequency helps preserve your skin's natural protective oils while still maintaining proper hygiene. Between showers, spot cleaning with a warm washcloth can keep essential areas clean. Focus on areas that accumulate the most bacteria and sweat: the face, underarms, groin, and feet. Many seniors also find that using alcohol-free wet wipes designed for sensitive skin provides a quick, effective way to freshen up. When you do shower, consider these modifications to make it gentler on aging skin. Use lukewarm rather than hot water. Limit shower time to 5 to 10 minutes. Choose moisturizing, fragrance-free soap specifically designed for sensitive skin. Pat rather than rub the skin dry. Apply moisturizer immediately after toweling off, while skin is still slightly damp. Robert, an 83-year-old retired engineer, was initially resistant to changing his lifelong habit of daily hot showers. "I thought it was ridiculous. How could showering less actually be better for me? But after developing increasingly severe dry skin and itching that interrupted his sleep, he reluctantly tried reducing his shower frequency. The difference was remarkable, he reports. Within just 2 weeks, the constant itching had almost completely disappeared. My skin felt better than it had in years, and I wasn't scratching myself raw anymore. Have you noticed dry, itchy skin despite using moisturizers? Do you sometimes feel unsteady or fatigued after showering? These might be signs that daily showers are taking a toll on your body. Consider experimenting with reduced frequency to see if it makes a difference in how your skin feels and your overall comfort. If you're finding value in these insights, please type "health" in the comments section to let me know you're with me. Now, let's move on to our second surprising habit. The second daily habit that might be harming seniors' health is rushing out of bed immediately upon waking. It's something many of us have done our entire lives. Alarm goes off, we swing our legs over the edge of the bed, and stand up to start our day. This automatic response seems innocuous enough, but for seniors, it can actually pose significant health risks. When we sleep, our cardiovascular system naturally slows down. Our heart rate decreases, and our blood pressure drops as part of the body's rest and recovery process. When we suddenly shift from a horizontal to a vertical position, our body needs time to adjust blood flow and pressure to accommodate this dramatic change in posture. As we age, this adjustment process becomes slower and less efficient. The medical term for this is orthostatic hypotension, a temporary drop in blood pressure when changing positions. For seniors, this can cause dizziness, lightheadedness, blurred vision, and in severe cases, fainting. Even a momentary loss of balance can lead to falls, which are the leading cause of injury among older adults. Margaret, a 77-year-old retired librarian, experienced this firsthand. I always prided myself on being quick to rise in the morning. No lounging in bed for me, she shares. But one morning, I got up as usual and suddenly felt the room spinning. Next thing I knew, I was on the floor with a broken wrist. My doctor explained that jumping out of bed so quickly had caused a drop in my blood pressure. It was such a simple thing, but it led to months of recovery and physical therapy. Beyond the immediate risk of falls, this quick positional change can place unnecessary stress on your heart. For seniors with existing cardiovascular conditions, this sudden demand can trigger palpitations, shortness of breath, or even more serious events. So what's the solution? Geriatricians recommend a simple 3-stage approach to getting out of bed safely. First, when you wake up, spend a minute or two just lying in bed. Take a few deep breaths, wiggle your fingers and toes, and allow your body to fully awaken before making any movements. This gentle transition helps your nervous system activate gradually. Second, shift to a sitting position on the edge of the bed, but don't stand up yet. Sit for at least 30 seconds to a full minute, allowing your body to adjust to this intermediate position. You might want to gently move your feet in circles or do some light seated stretches during this time. Finally, when you feel steady, use your hands for support and slowly rise to a standing position. Once upright, take another moment to ensure you feel balanced before walking. This measured approach might add a minute or two to your morning routine, but it dramatically reduces the risk of dizziness and falls. Many seniors who adopt this habit report not only feeling more stable but also experiencing more energy and less morning grogginess. Have you ever felt lightheaded when getting up quickly? Do you sometimes need to grab onto furniture for support when first standing? These could be signs that your body would benefit from a slower transition from sleep to activity. Perhaps tomorrow morning, you could try this 3-stage approach and notice how differently you feel. The third daily habit that might be harming seniors' health is one that seems virtuous on the surface: exercising on an empty stomach first thing in the morning. For decades, we've heard that morning exercise routines are optimal for health and weight management. Some fitness experts even promote fasting exercise as a way to burn more fat. But for seniors, this approach can pose hidden dangers. During sleep, your body undergoes a natural fasting period of 8 or more hours. This extended time without nutrition causes blood sugar levels to drop. For younger adults with robust metabolic systems, this might not pose a significant problem. But as we age, our bodies become less efficient at regulating blood glucose, making seniors more vulnerable to the effects of low blood sugar. Exercising in this fasted state can further deplete already low glucose levels, potentially leading to dizziness, confusion, weakness, and increased fall risk. Even more concerning, this physiological stress can trigger a surge in stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, potentially placing strain on the cardiovascular system. James, a 71-year-old retired teacher and dedicated morning walker, experienced this firsthand. "I always thought I was doing the right thing by taking my 3-mile walk before breakfast," he explains. "But I started noticing I would feel shaky and lightheaded toward the end of my route. One morning, I actually had to sit down on someone's front lawn because I felt so disoriented. My doctor explained that my blood sugar was dropping too low during exercise." Dr. Michael Chen, a geriatric specialist at University Medical Center, explains, "Many seniors don't realize they're placing unnecessary stress on their bodies by exercising without proper fuel. This can be especially dangerous for those with undiagnosed prediabetes or heart conditions, which are common in older adults." The solution isn't to abandon morning exercise. Physical activity remains one of the most beneficial habits for healthy aging. Instead, experts recommend consuming a light, easily digestible snack about 15 to 30 minutes before morning exercise. Good options include half a banana, a small piece of whole grain toast with a thin spread of nut butter, or a few crackers. These provide enough glucose to fuel your workout without causing digestive discomfort. Additionally, staying hydrated is crucial. Many seniors are already slightly dehydrated upon waking, and exercise-induced fluid loss can compound this issue. Drinking 8 to 12 ounces of water before morning exercise helps ensure proper hydration, supporting better energy, temperature regulation, and overall safety. After implementing these simple changes, James noticed an immediate difference. "It seemed too simple to matter, but eating just half a banana before my walk completely eliminated those scary dizzy spells. I actually have more energy throughout my walk now, and I don't feel exhausted afterward." Do you exercise first thing in the morning without eating? Have you ever experienced unexpected fatigue, dizziness, or confusion during or after your workout? These could be signs that your body needs nourishment before activity. Consider experimenting with a small pre-exercise snack to see if it improves your energy and how you feel during your workout. If you're finding these insights valuable, please type "wellness" in the comments below to let me know you're still with me. I appreciate your engagement as we continue exploring these important health considerations. Our fourth surprising habit concerns medication timing. Specifically, taking all your medications at once first thing in the morning. This routine seems logical and convenient. After all, grouping all medications together makes them easier to remember. Many seniors dutifully take their entire day's worth of prescriptions with their morning coffee or breakfast, believing this approach ensures better compliance. However, pharmacologists and geriatric specialists now recognize that this common practice may significantly reduce medication effectiveness and increase the risk of adverse effects. Different medications are designed to work with your body's natural rhythms and biological processes, many of which fluctuate throughout the day. Dr. Rebecca Liu, a clinical pharmacist specializing in geriatric medicine, explains, "Medications aren't just about getting the right dose into your system. Timing can dramatically affect how well they work. Taking everything together in the morning might mean you're getting only a fraction of the potential benefit from some of your prescriptions." For example, certain blood pressure medications are most effective when taken in the evening because they work with your body's natural blood pressure patterns, which typically rise in the morning and fall at night. Statins, commonly prescribed for cholesterol management, often work better when taken before bedtime because the liver produces most cholesterol while you sleep. Beyond effectiveness, there's the issue of drug interactions. When multiple medications enter your system simultaneously, they can compete for absorption or interfere with each other's mechanisms. This can either diminish their effectiveness or magnify side effects. Eleanor, 79, was taking 7 different medications each morning with breakfast. I thought I was being responsible by taking everything at once, she says. But I was constantly dealing with stomach upset and dizziness. When my new pharmacist suggested spreading out my medications throughout the day based on how they're designed to work, those side effects virtually disappeared. Working with her healthcare provider, Eleanor created a personalized medication schedule that aligned with her body's natural rhythms. Blood pressure medication before bed. Thyroid medication first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. Anti-inflammatory medication with lunch to reduce stomach irritation. Cholesterol medication in the evening. The results were remarkable. Not only did her side effects diminish, but her blood pressure and cholesterol readings improved significantly even though she was taking the same medications, just at different times. If you're currently taking multiple medications all at once, consider speaking with your healthcare provider or pharmacist about creating an optimized timing schedule. This simple adjustment requires no new prescriptions or increased dosages but may significantly improve how well your medications work and how you feel. Ask yourself, do you take all your medications at the same time each day? Have you experienced side effects or found that certain medications don't seem to be working as effectively as expected? Your medication timing might be a factor worth exploring with your healthcare team. Our 5th daily habit that may be silently affecting seniors' health involves morning news consumption. For many older adults, turning on the news while having breakfast or coffee is an established ritual, a way to stay informed and connected with the world. While staying informed is certainly important, the timing and manner of news consumption can have surprising effects on mental and physical health, particularly for seniors. When we wake up, our cortisol levels, the body's primary stress hormone, are naturally at their highest. This evolutionary adaptation helps prepare us for the day ahead by increasing alertness and energy. Starting your day with potentially distressing news can further elevate these already high cortisol levels, essentially placing your body in a heightened stress state before your day has even begun. For seniors, this stress response can be particularly problematic. Prolonged elevation of stress hormones has been linked to increased blood pressure, compromised immune function, digestive issues, sleep disturbances, and even accelerated cognitive decline. What's more, beginning your day with negative information can create what psychologists call a negative attentional bias, essentially priming your brain to notice and focus on negative aspects of your day while overlooking positive experiences. Harold, an 81-year-old retiree, noticed that he frequently felt anxious and depressed throughout the day without understanding why. I've always been a news junkie, he explains. First thing every morning, I'd turn on the 24-hour news while having my coffee. I thought I was just being a responsible citizen by staying informed, but I found myself feeling increasingly hopeless and stressed all day long. At his doctor's suggestion, Harold experimented with changing his morning routine, postponing news consumption until later in the day and beginning instead with music, light reading, or conversation with his wife. The difference was almost immediate, he reports. I felt more positive, my persistent heartburn decreased, and my wife said I seemed more like my old self again. I still stay informed, just not first thing in the morning. Neuropsychologist Dr. Jennifer Wilson explains, the morning hours are when our brain is most impressionable. The information we consume during this time tends to have a disproportionate influence on our thought patterns for the rest of the day. When that information is predominantly negative or stress-inducing, as much news tends to be, it can significantly impact both mental and physical well-being. This doesn't mean you should avoid staying informed. Instead, consider creating a buffer zone between waking and news consumption. Begin your day with activities that foster a positive mindset, perhaps gratitude practices, gentle movement, meaningful conversation, or enjoying nature. Reserve news consumption for mid-morning or afternoon, when your natural cortisol levels have stabilized. When you do engage with news, try to be intentional about it. Consider limiting exposure to 30 minutes rather than having it play continuously in the background. Seek out balanced sources, and perhaps even schedule a positive activity to follow news consumption to help process any difficult information. Have you noticed feeling more anxious or down after morning news? Does world news sometimes affect your mood throughout the day? Consider experimenting with postponing news consumption until later in the morning or afternoon. You might be surprised by how this simple schedule shift affects your outlook and overall sense of well-being. Our sixth habit that might be affecting seniors' health is arguably the most controversial: straining during bathroom visits. This topic, while rarely discussed openly, has significant implications for senior health and safety, particularly cardiovascular health. When we strain during bowel movements, we inadvertently perform what medical professionals call the Valsalva maneuver, essentially holding our breath and bearing down, which dramatically increases pressure in our chest cavity. This pressure surge affects blood flow to and from the heart, causing a temporary spike in blood pressure followed by a compensatory drop. For seniors with existing heart conditions or weakened blood vessels, this roller coaster effect can trigger arrhythmias, heart attacks, or even strokes. The increased pressure doesn't just affect the heart, it can also cause small blood vessels to rupture, particularly in the brain, potentially leading to hemorrhagic strokes. Dr. Richard Thompson, a gastroenterologist specializing in geriatric digestive health, explains, "Many seniors accept straining as a normal part of aging, but it's actually a significant cardiovascular risk that we should be addressing more openly. It's comparable to lifting weights that are too heavy for you, multiple times a day, while holding your breath, something no cardiologist would recommend for older adults." James, a 75-year-old retired professor, experienced this firsthand. "I always thought that pushing hard was just part of getting older," he shares. "Then one morning, after straining considerably, I suddenly felt intense dizziness and developed slurred speech. My wife called an ambulance, and I was diagnosed with a mini-stroke. My doctor explained that the straining had temporarily increased my blood pressure to dangerous levels." Beyond cardiovascular risks, straining can also contribute to hemorrhoids, hernias, and pelvic floor disorders, all conditions that can significantly impact quality of life for seniors. Yet many older adults accept straining as inevitable rather than addressing the underlying causes. So what's the solution? Experts recommend a comprehensive approach to digestive health that minimizes the need for straining. First, ensure adequate hydration. Many seniors reduce fluid intake out of concern for frequent urination or nighttime bathroom trips, but this can lead to harder stools and constipation. Aim for 6 to 8 glasses of fluid daily, with most consumption earlier in the day. Second, prioritize dietary fiber from both soluble sources, oats, apples, beans, and insoluble sources, whole grains, nuts, vegetables. Most seniors need 25 to 30 grams of fiber daily for optimal digestive health. Third, consider your bathroom position. Modern toilets actually place the body in a suboptimal position for elimination. Using a small footstool to elevate your knees above hip level creates a more natural squatting position, reducing the need for straining. Fourth, establish a consistent bathroom routine, ideally after breakfast when the gastrocolic reflex, the natural urge to eliminate after eating, is strongest. Consistency helps train your body for more regular and easier movements. Finally, don't ignore persistent constipation. Speak with your healthcare provider, as certain medications commonly prescribed to seniors can contribute to this issue, and adjustments might be possible. After implementing these changes, James experienced a dramatic improvement. It seemed too simple to make a difference, but these adjustments completely changed my bathroom experiences. No more straining, no more worry about my heart or blood pressure spiking. It's one of those health issues nobody talks about, but addressing it has genuinely improved my quality of life. Would you be willing to assess your own bathroom habits? Have you accepted straining as a normal part of aging? The simple changes we've discussed could not only make bathroom visits more comfortable but potentially reduce serious health risks as well. If you're still with me and finding value in these insights, please type "Vitality" in the comments section. Your engagement helps me know I'm providing information that matters to you. Our seventh habit that may be affecting seniors' health is one that seems virtuous on the surface: extended fasting or skipping meals. Intermittent fasting has gained tremendous popularity in recent years, with proponents claiming benefits ranging from weight management to longevity. While these eating patterns may benefit certain populations, they often pose unique risks for seniors that aren't adequately discussed in mainstream health media. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at regulating blood glucose levels, making extended periods without food potentially problematic. Seniors are also more likely to be taking medications that need to be timed with food intake. Perhaps most importantly, older adults often struggle to meet their nutritional needs even when eating regularly, making meal skipping particularly concerning. Dr. Sarah Chen, a geriatric nutritionist, explains, many seniors are already at risk for malnutrition due to decreased appetite, changes in taste perception, dental issues, or medication side effects. When you add intentional meal skipping to these existing challenges, you significantly increase the risk of inadequate protein, calorie, and micronutrient intake, which can accelerate muscle loss, weaken the immune system, and impair cognitive function. Robert, 77, began intermittent fasting after reading about its purported benefits online. I thought I was doing something healthy by restricting my eating to just 6 hours each day, he shares. But after a few weeks, I noticed I was feeling weaker, my thinking seemed foggy, and I was getting dizzy when standing up. My doctor ran some tests and found I was significantly undernourished despite eating what I thought were nutritious meals during my eating window. For seniors, extended fasting or meal skipping can lead to accelerated loss of muscle mass, sarcopenia, increased fall risk due to weakness or dizziness, potential medication interactions or reduced effectiveness, inadequate protein intake for tissue repair and immune function, insufficient calcium and vitamin D absorption for bone health, reduced energy for physical activity and social engagement. Rather than extended fasting, nutrition experts recommend that most seniors adopt a regular eating pattern of 3 modest, nutrient-dense meals plus 1 to 2 strategic snacks daily. This approach helps maintain stable blood sugar levels, ensures adequate nutrient intake throughout the day, and provides regular opportunities to consume sufficient protein, which older adults need in greater quantities than younger people. If weight management is a concern, focus on the quality and portion size of meals rather than eliminating them. Emphasize foods with high nutritional value relative to their calories. Vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, whole grains, and healthy fats. After my doctor explained the risks, I switched to eating smaller meals more regularly throughout the day, Robert continues. I make sure each meal has some protein, and I keep healthy snacks like Greek yogurt or nuts available. The difference has been remarkable. My energy has returned, my thinking is clearer, and my doctor says my nutritional markers have improved significantly. Do you sometimes skip meals or practice extended fasting? Have you noticed changes in your energy, strength, or cognitive clarity? Your body's nutritional needs change with age, and eating patterns that worked well in your younger years might need reconsideration now. Our 8th and final habit that might be silently affecting seniors' health is perhaps the most unexpected: maintaining a too clean environment. For generations, we've equated cleanliness with health, and many seniors take pride in maintaining immaculate homes through rigorous cleaning routines and liberal use of disinfectants, antibacterial soaps, and sanitizers. While basic cleanliness is certainly important, emerging research suggests that our modern obsession with ultra-sterile environments might actually be undermining our immune health, particularly for older adults. The human immune system evolved in environments rich with diverse microorganisms. Regular exposure to a variety of bacteria, fungi, and other microbes essentially trains our immune system, keeping it properly regulated and responsive. When we eliminate virtually all microbes from our environment through constant disinfection, we may inadvertently contribute to immune dysfunction, including increased allergic responses and autoimmune issues. Dr. Martin Blaser, director of the Center for Advanced Biotechnology and Medicine at Rutgers University, explains, "We're seeing mounting evidence that excessive cleanliness may contribute to immune dysregulation. For seniors, whose immune function is already changing with age, the lack of regular, diverse microbial exposure may accelerate immune senescence, the natural aging of the immune system. This doesn't mean we should abandon cleanliness, especially during periods of increased infectious disease risk. However, it does suggest that the intense disinfection routines many seniors follow might be counterproductive for overall health. Eleanor, 82, described herself as fanatical about cleanliness. I was wiping down every surface with bleach daily, using antibacterial soap constantly, and basically trying to eliminate every germ from my home, she explains. But despite all this, I seemed to catch every cold that came around, and my seasonal allergies were getting worse each year. After discussing this pattern with her doctor, Eleanor modified her approach to cleaning and hygiene. She reserved disinfectants for high-risk situations, raw meat preparation, during illness, etc., rather than routine cleaning. She switched from antibacterial soaps to regular soap for everyday hand washing. She began spending more time gardening, allowing direct contact with soil, a natural source of diverse microbes. She welcomed her grandchildren and their inevitable germs, without excessive worry. It was honestly hard to change such ingrained habits, Eleanor admits. But over time, I noticed I was getting sick less often, not more. My allergies improved, and I felt less anxious about germs in general. Plus, I'm saving money on cleaning products. Microbiologist Dr. Jessica Warren suggests a balanced approach. Basic hygiene practices like regular hand washing, especially before eating or after using the bathroom, remain essential. But for everyday cleaning, plain soap and water are usually sufficient. Save the disinfectants for specific situations where they're truly needed, like when someone in the household is ill. Dr. Warren also points out that natural exposure to diverse microbes often comes through activities that benefit seniors in multiple ways. Gardening, walking in nature, interacting with pets, and spending time with family members, especially children. These activities not only provide beneficial microbial exposure but also offer physical activity, social connection, and mental stimulation, all crucial elements of healthy aging. Have you noticed yourself becoming increasingly concerned about germs as you've aged? Do you use disinfectants and antibacterial products throughout your home daily? Consider whether finding a more balanced approach might benefit your overall health and immune function. As we conclude our exploration of these 8 surprising habits that might be affecting seniors' health, I want to emphasize an important point. The goal isn't to completely overhaul your life or make you feel that everything you've been doing is wrong. Rather, it's to provide information that empowers you to make small, strategic adjustments that could significantly improve how you feel each day. Health isn't about perfection or following rigid rules. It's about finding what works best for your unique body, preferences, and circumstances. The habits we've discussed, from showering frequency and morning routines to news consumption and cleaning practices, aren't one-size-fits-all. They're starting points for your own exploration. I encourage you to approach these insights with curiosity rather than criticism of your current habits. Perhaps choose just one area that resonated most strongly with you and experiment with a small change for a week or two. Notice how it affects how you feel, your energy levels, and your overall well-being. This gentle, observant approach honors the wisdom you've gained through decades of life experience while remaining open to new information. Remember that your body has an incredible capacity for adaptation and renewal at any age. I've witnessed remarkable improvements in people in their 80s and 90s who made simple adjustments to long-standing habits. It's never too late to feel better, move with greater ease, or experience more joy in daily life. If you found value in today's discussion, I invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. Which habit surprised you most? What small change might you try implementing this week? Your insights might inspire others who are on similar journeys. I also encourage you to subscribe to our channel for more evidence-based content on healthy aging, and to hit the notification bell so you never miss our new videos. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with friends or loved ones who might benefit. Thank you for investing this time in your health and well-being. Remember that each day brings new opportunities to make choices that support your vitality and joy. You deserve to feel your best, regardless of your age. Until next time, here's to your health, your happiness, and the wisdom that comes with living a full and vibrant life.